Can enlightenment make a person crazy?
You mean crazier than life makes you? That's a good question.
Yes.
Crazier than this?
Yes.
Maybe. Differently, of course, if there is such a condition. If there is such a condition of just relaxing into whatever happens. Yeah, I mean, it gives you a lot to be crazy about, but in a different way. See? You're not going against anybody. The kind of craziness that we know is valid in a clinical sense is going against yourself and going against everybody else, see? Where you are at risk and where you put others at risk. See? In terms of harming, that means not really understanding the laws of the universe, and certainly not the laws of cause and effect. So when we're saying that, when we're talking about a master may understand the laws of cause and effects, right? Because then we're talking about a certain kind of ripening that could happen, where we have a master of knowledge and a master of being, sort of like going off, you know, blowing the lid off in a sense. Yeah, that's a possibility there. But again, there's no harm intended. So it is then the radiance of the heart that's doing something, and maybe devotees and certain teachers lose track of that. Yeah. They might lose track of that, think something's being done against themselves, and they, by the same token, would say an earthquake, you know, is doing something against themselves. There's no such thing.
And so is a master akin to, let's say, the so-called wise fool, you know, the classic fool?
Could be, yeah. We can say that. We can say who knows, but we can say could be that, yeah, of course. You know, could be the best sage in the universe. Yeah, could be the best friend the person has. Yeah. Could be a father, a mother, and could be anything. Right. All of these things that humans are, it is all that. In certain schools then you have different kinds of teachers, and what they expect to be a teacher, so on and so forth. So we have standards. Well, I'm not sure it's wise to say that if there is such a thing as realization as a standard. And I say that as an artist involved in avant-garde music, which there's no standard. There's a universe. There's either the universe or nothing. There's either the universe and infinity, or there's nothing. Don't even bother. So we're willing participants in the creative burn process to the infinite, because that's all it is. It's just ongoing, it's infinite. That's the best of what it is. And that's a madness at the same time. See, let's say. Because it doesn't know any limits. But we're not talking about harming self or other. So that's really off the map. That doesn't exist. We're talking now about channeling at ferocious intensities. And with an immense pressure on oneself to let's say, process whatever it is that we're feeling moved by, whatever that might be, relative to, let's say, not so much self thought as much as earth pressure. So we have to respond to earth pressure beyond self-thought, because we are earth beings first and foremost. So I think a lot of people lose sense of that. Their sense of reality with the earth is mother. It's continual, because they're so obsessed with their particular watch. Self-agenda relative to time, space, energy, and matter, which is appropriate to your karmic situation, but that's not who you are. It doesn't define what you are. Yeah.
And would you say that the more that things are a double-edged sword, in the sense that the more serious it is, the more absurd it is, you know, the more painful, the more humorous on the other side?
Is that a question or a profound observation?
I'm not sure, but would you say that as intensities increase, things take on both the serious and the humorous?
Well, certain intensities increase. Now, if you're talking about earth intensities, then you have breakdowns, breaking, right? That kind of intensity. That means matter shaping, forming, and destroying, transforming, matter transforming intensities. Yeah, you have that. And you have other kinds of intensities that are more or less the process of not just breaking, but awakening. Same thing, but different. It's the same and different. Awakening. So your mind starts to expand, explode. And that's a process unique to itself, when you have that process going on.
So the master would, I'm asking, would he view or experience conditions differently? Again, like to find the humor in something seemingly tragic, or...
Definitely. Right. In fact, it's important to find humor in your own suffering, right, and see it, but also respecting it because it's sacred. Because without the pain, you can really thoroughly enjoy or realize the beauty and the bliss of life, see? Which is, if it's going to be real bliss, then it has to be transcendent of duality completely, and it's pure bliss. If it's going to be real thought, then it has to be transcendent of, let's say, duality. In order to be real thought, I mean, it has to be beyond duality. In order for it to be, let's say, true feeling, then it would have to also be beyond the duality of feeling, high, low, good and bad, so on. So we were saying there's a little bit of absurdity in the realization of the teachings of the masters, but there's also profound and radical sort of straight line wisdom, because without their realization, without their compassion to bring it to you and show you, you know, how else to be, how else, where else to go in terms of like your sensoriality, then most people would be lost. So we're happy that the evolution of the earth included, let's say, evolving masters that are self-reflective, see, and self-realized as part of the infinite heart in the form of goodness and creative bounty, as well as wisdom, all at once.